Dana has announced that he is planning on filming The Ultimate Fighter upon his return after Fight Island in November. So we have spoken about this in the past, but I think we have a bit more clarity in the divisions now of what's going to be booked, when it will be booked for, who's going to be ready and when. And I have a bit of a hot take of who I think is going to be in who are going to be the coaches for that fight. So I think I mentioned a little bit of a dark horse. I think is Stipe and Ngannou. That could be fun. But I think the front runners for coaching is going to be Colby and Masvidal. Colby Covington against Jorge Masvidal as the coaches of the Ultimate Fighter is a perfect thing. It gives the perfect excuse to book it as a main event for a pay-per-view because that's the only thing that Masvidal is going to take, and that's the only way to because Masvidal is only going to take big money, and that's the only way to justify big money for him. It's the perfect setup.
That would be such good.
Yeah, it makes me think like a couple of weeks ago, I think we sort of spoke about this, and I said that they should do Nate and Jorge as the coaches. But thinking more on it, like Nate wouldn't be great as a coach on the camera, I don't think. Like, you know, he's the type of person that just shows up to fight and that's his character. So I think Colby and Masvidal are two perfect opponents that like play into the theatrics of it a little bit.
Absolutely. And there's that whole backstory.
Their interactions will be organic.
They used to coach each other.
It'll be a lot of fun to watch.
Right? They used to coach each other. They've been around the game a long time, so they're great coaches in general. I'm sure they're very, very, very knowledgeable, both of them. They hate each other. They're great talkers. Colby has also been making headlines across the whole sports world, not only MMA. And so if you want to bring people in, who better than a guy they've heard of, Colby Covington, who they're going to want to watch, available on ESPN on a weekly basis. All the anger and grit and all the things going on in our world, especially the American world, is going to be headlined by Colby. It's just such a perfect recipe. And then you put on the big fight. You film it in November. You put on the fight in January, February. So you give them December, maybe January to train for that fight. You put it on in February, and then you have a perfect the winner of that fight then becomes the challenger for the belt, who maybe you can, again, as I mentioned earlier, fit Kamaru or Gilbert against Leon Edwards if he can beat Wonder Boy before then. It's just perfect.
Yeah. I think it makes a lot more sense than Stipe and Ngannou because, you know, ultimately, I mean, Stipe is a guy that, I mean, let's face it, he doesn't make great TV. You know, he's not an entertainer. But, you know, you get Masvidal and you get Colby. Those are two guys that the UFC wants to keep on camera as much as possible.
Right.
If they could have cameras rolling full time, always around them, and just getting that shit beat, just editing the best footage and putting that shit on ESPN, they would do it in a heartbeat. So I think that's such an easy decision for them to make, just in terms of, you know, it's the perfect synergy of a good fight that everyone wants to see at the end and pure entertainment television.
Perfect.
God, what a good show.
I
recommend everyone to go back and watch the old Ultimate Fighter seasons. One, to watch, you know, fighters that you know and recognize now and see them behind the scenes back in the old days. And God damn, there's so many funny moments on that show. People are so fucking jazzed up and they're yelling at each other. And, it's a lot of fun. I recommend it.